Hi, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young. I, Tony Schiavone, with Renee Young, with Wade Barrett here. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw, we are going to have the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings on stake. When we know Kofi Kingston, the TWF light heavyweight fighter, and we'll see him here today. On in here today. Yeah, that is right, says Tony Schiavone. Well, that is right, Renee Young says. We will see the TWF light heavyweight fighter Kofi Kingston. He'll be here today on Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw. I'll tell you right now, Tony. I'll tell you right now, Tony Renee. This is just me. I'll tell you right now. Kofi Kingston is going to lose. He's going to lose. So that he's going to lose the TWF. Light heavyweight winnings, and it isn't going to be because he doesn't. Because he doesn't know how to. Isn't going to be good at fighting it. He's just going to lose it because someone else is going to be more mightier than him. And that's just what I believe. And that's if they can even seek him. Fuck. And that's if someone can even seek where he's at. And that's easy if they know where to seek him where he's at, or he gone missing. But anyway, he's not going to win, Wade Barrett says. Well, how do you know that? Tony Schiavone says. Did you foresee the match happening before it happened? Or are you just making a guess, Wade, on what you think is going to happen, in the match? And here is Kofi Kingston now, in the ring now. And you see, Tony Schiavone says, and we'll see how this match is going to play out or not. Yeah, Renee Young says, and who is Kofi Kingston going to be fighting against? Oh, it's Goldust. Well, Kofi Kingston, you know that I was a former TWF light heavyweight fighter at one time. Well, the way that I look at it, it was really Eddie Guerrero who wanted that back then. But then you, being a creep, ended up beating up Eddie Guerrero and then taking it from him. And then starting such a shit that Shane Kamicki and Eric Bischoff had to deal with it and say, oh no, you weren't the light heavyweight fighter, it was Eddie Guerrero. That's the way I saw it happening back in the day. But you weren't there. Well, I watched the film. I watched the show when it was getting shifted from film to disc, so I saw how it played out back in the day. So I know that's how it went. Well, this time you're not going to win. Well, this time be a little unlike Kofi, because I will be the TWF light heavyweight fighter. And that will happen if we get a fight lord to get in the ring. Yeah, I did see that. Strongman said. I did see how that played out back in the day. That was even before I saw how that would happen back in the day. How Goldust here was fighting Eddie Guerrero. No, it was It was a Kingly Thunder match, I think, and Eddie and Kofi Keith, and it was Eddie Guerrero who won it. But then Goldust beat him up, and then took the winnings and wanted to behave as if he was the light heavyweight fighter, when in truth he was not. So here today, Kofi Kingston you'll fight Goldust for the TWF light heavyweight winnings. And Astronomer says, and I know Ecliptor says, someone out there's going to say, oh, well, Kofi Kingston doesn't look like a light heavyweight, and we all know Goldust or Seven or Black Rain or Dustin Runnels or Dustin Rhodes doesn't look anything like a light heavyweight fighter either. Yeah, well, that didn't stop Goldust from having a match with Dwayne Gill when he was the WWF light heavyweight fighter. Yeah, the 9 between 97 YL1. Alright? So we're going to have the match now, Ecliptor says. This match is going to happen now, Astronomer says, so we get a Fight Lord in the ring. Well, we heard from Astronomer, the overseer of leadership of the toy wrestling gathering, and now we're going to get Kofi Kingston fighting Goldust. This is for the TWF light heavyweight winnings. First, he is Goldust, and he is the TWF light heavyweight fighter, Kofi Kingston. We don't got the belt. The straps are in a bag, which are in that golden box that we just didn't want to move, to get them out. Oh, and Kofi Kingston going after Goldust, and Goldust gave Kofi Kingston the curtain call. Which was his first end hold. And then came the Shattered Dreams. Goldust is really right away starting shit with Kofi Kingston, Tony Schiavone says. Call him when you want to call him, Renee Young says. Call him Goldust, call him Seven, call him Black Rain, call him Dustin Rhodes if you want to. But you can't say this man isn't a harmful wrestler. Wade Barrett says, we seen Goldust or Seven or Black Rain or Dustin Rhodes do things in WCW and WWF, WWE, TNA, AEW that we didn't think we'd see him doing. We wouldn't think he'd do. Kofi Kingston just came. But Wade Barrett says, I don't think Kofi Kingston can beat someone who has been wrestling as long as Goldust has, or Seven, or Black Rain, or Dustin Rhodes. Kofi Kingston, I don't think he's going to beat him, Wade Barrett says. Well, we'll see what. Wade, we'll see if that happens or not. Tony Schiavone said, Kofi Kingston just took down Goldust, and he's getting ready to beat the weird one. Tony Schiavone says. Yes, Goldust's been known for playing his mind games, but I don't think his mind games are going to help him in this match, Renee Young says. 1, 2, and a kick out. Kofi Kingston was going to have to do it again. Look out, Tony Schiavone says. The curtain call. The sheet call. Looks like this match could be over, Tony Schiavone says. If the Fight Lord can reckon 1, 2, 3, Renee Young says. 1, 2, and only a kick out. But Goldust thinks he's won. He thinks he's won this match here. Goldust is doing it again. His legs are underneath the rope. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding. Here is your winner and the new light heavyweight fighter. Hold on. Kofi Kingston's legs was underneath the bottom rope, Tony Schiavone says. So I don't think Goldust won the match. I don't think Goldust won the TWF light heavyweight winnings. if he did, Renee Young says, Kofi Kingston would be open for another match, for another fight for it, Renee Young says. Wade Barrett said, don't take all the hard work away from Goldust. Don't take the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings off of him. The Fight Lord made a mistake. He saw that Kofi Kingston, both his feet were underneath the bottom rope, so he still sees Kofi Kingston as the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter, and Goldust is not. Well, Goldust isn't happy with the call. Oh, Goldust just gave him the Shattered Dream, and then just gave him the cheat call. And Goldust isn't happy about that, being what you would call a bad loser, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, Renee Young says, I believe at the end of the day there are bad losers in this world, and I believe that Goldust was just one of those bad losers, Tony Schiavone says. You got that right, Renee Young says. Goldust couldn't handle that the Fight Lord made a mistake and waved off his win because Kofi Kingston's feet were underneath the bottom rope, Renee Young says. Wade Barrett said, who cares? Being your feet underneath the bottom rope shouldn't be a throw. They shouldn't be throwing matches out or overturning wins, overshifting wins due to someone's feet being at the bottom rope or not, Wade Barrett says. You know, Wade Barrett says. Well, Tony Schiavone says, I'll tell you what, Wade, that's the oversight. It has always been the oversight in the toy wrestling gathering, and almost every skilled wrestling business that has had that oversight. So Renee Young said, if you're going to escape so every skilled wrestling business, Wade, has had that oversight that I know of. Name me one skilled wrestling business that never had that oversight. And if you say if you say ZCW or you say XPW, well, then they might be the only ones that don't. But everyone else did, Renee Young says. Everybody else did, Wade, Renee Young says. So Wade, you can be irked or angered over it, but the Fight Lord made the right call. He made a mistake, and he made the right call, Wade, Tony Schiavone said. I don't care if he made the right call or not, Tony and Renee. It's just I can't believe Goldust, ended up having his win overshifted and had the strap taken away from him. Well, alright everyone, take it away now, Michael Cole. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with the Fight Lord, Jeremy, Roth Burns here, who's been in the toy wrestling gathering since between 98 YL, and you made a call that some folks might not be happy with. First off, Michael, I saw that Kofi Kingston's feet were both underneath the bottom rope, so I made the call to wave off and overshift Goldust's win. Meaning Goldust did not win the match. He is not the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter. Kofi Kingston is still the TWF Light Heavyweight fighter. And even though Goldust may have won the match, he did not win the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings. If Goldust is irked or angered over that, then he has that right. He has that freedom. But I believe that the TWF leadership team will have to choose if Kofi Kingston or Goldust will wrestle again. However, my word is the last saying on the match. Well, so do you wonder if you're going to be overseeing the other match? If another match between Kofi Kingston and Goldust should happen? If the TWF leadership chooses me to oversee the Kofi Kingston Goldust match for the TWF Light Heavyweight winnings, then I will oversee it. I made a mistake. I didn't see Kofi Kingston's feet underneath the bottom rope until after I reckoned to 1, 2, 3. When I knew I did that, that's when I made the call to call off what I did. Overshift the win. Give the win to Kofi Kingston. We'll give Kofi Kingston him get back his TWF light heavyweight winnings. Goldust won the match. Well, I just wanted to know that's what was going on, because a lot of folks over here might scathe that oversight in the toy wrestling gathering, since I think every skilled wrestling business from past to now has had it. No need what life, no need what they did. Well, that's my understanding of it. Well, that's my talk with head fight keeper, head match keeper, or fight keeper, Roth Burns. Back to you, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young. Thank you, Michael Cole, for talking. Thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Roth Burns here today on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw. That's all the time we got here. I, Tony Schiavone, with Renee Young and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.